her one night over at Grandpappy Spears another night, yeah.
You said you done it to learn her lesson, but she hadn't actually done nothing to need no lesson. You just imagined it.
Yeah, Doggy, that's right, ain't it? Yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah, never to did it. Never to did it. Didn't blame me anyway.
Well, there's no use feeling sorrowful for what's already been done.
I do, though.
The thing to do is resolve not to do it again.
I know it. That's just what I'll do. That says I'll resolve it right now. I won't never listen to my imagination again. I'll hate and despise it. That's what I'll do.
Good for you. It's the best resolve you've ever made.
Well, I'll stick by it.
Who's the room for then?
Why? Oh, I forget now.
Abner, who's the room for?
For the baby.
That's just what I figured. Just what I figured.
Well, now, wait now, Mama. Explain
There
it.
ain't nothing to explain. You call up Elizabeth and tell her to bring little Lum over to the store right away. That baby ain't gonna live over at your place.
Well, Elizabeth and Paul's got the room all fixed up. They got a nice little crib for him to sleep in and everything.
We got a crib right here in the feed room for him. It's plenty good enough.
Well, they even got a name all picked out for him.
A name?
Yeah. Avery.
Avery.
Yeah.
For goodness sake.
I still like Charlie myself, but that old Pearl, she just got her heart set on calling Bill Avery.
Well, listen, Abner, Pearl or nobody else is gonna name that baby. Now you call up and tell him to get that baby back here right now.
Well, now, Lon, you said yourself that this store ain't no place to be raising a young'un.
Well, it's a lot better than having him being raised by a bunch of old-timey women folk.
Who's old-timey women for?
Elizabeth is, and you know
Ah, ain't done it. She's a fine
even
woman.
on raising little Lum the modern scientific way.
Prattle.
Gonna give him the right kind of a start in life.
Sassy France. Elizabeth knows a heap more about bringing up young'uns than you do, Lon. Well, she could even tell just by looking at little Charlie that you ain't been feeding him right.
How could she tell that?
I don't know, but she said she could. You know, women folks, they just natural know them things, I reckon, Mom. First thing she done was to fix him up a batch of the right kind of food. And he ate it all. It was awful good for her, and she said it was a good thing that she come home when she did. That's what she said.
Well, what'd she fix him?
Well, I don't know. I never paid no attention to what all she fixed him, but I'll tell you one thing, little Charlie ate it all up. I know that, and he appeared to feel a whole lot better, and he's looking better, too.
Granny, she's gonna learn him so many bad habits, I never will get him straightened out.
She ain't learning no bad habits. He's
And
a
another
fine
thing, I want you to quit calling him Charlie. That ain't his name.
Well, he said he never liked Avery. That's what they
Don't
want.
look like neither one of them for him. He don't look like a Charlie or a Avery.
He looks like a Charlie to me.
He looks like a little Lum.
Oh, he don't know. He's a nice-looking baby, and you know it, Mom.
I never said he wasn't.
Well,
The reason he looks like a little Lum because he's so nice looking.
Just one person's opinion. On my nice show, I seen a sack of beans there in the kitchen this morning. I told you I don't believe she ought to be giving bean soup to a baby, though.
She ain't giving no soup to no baby.
She ain't. Well, who's it for? Oh, wait a minute. What's the matter with me? She's making it for me.
For you?
Why, sure, she knows that's my favorite soup. Well, bless her heart. Bless her little heart. I'll go home right now and get some more.
Now, wait a minute, Abner. Don't go home because you won't get no soup.
I won't.
No. All I said was too many cooks file abroad. That means...
Too many cooks. Who else is there?
My granny's accurate.
It's them neighbor women, that's who it is, cluttering up the kitchen. I've told Elizabeth about that time and again. Don't they all get in there and get the gossip in the first thing you know while they let something on the stove burn. That's more like how they spoil the soup right there. Just let it burn, that's what they did. Oh, just don't never get nervous over women folks in just too far.
July 20th of 1942. Of all the quirky comedies that we play, Lum and Abner has to be the one that has won over the most converts. Over the more than 2 decades of Sirius XM Radio Classics has now been airing. I hear all the time from folks who initially didn't enjoy the homespun humor of those fellers from the hills, only now to embrace them. How about that? Fans of Lum and Abner can find multiple collections at radiospirits.com. That's radiospirits.com. And speaking of websites, if you would like to reach out to me, head to my page. It's GregBellMedia.com. You can also message me through the Greg Bell Media Facebook page. We'll be right back.
In observance of National Radio, turning back the dial every day on Sirius XM Radio Classics. Get your news and politics all in one place on Sirius XM on Fox News Channel, CNN, and MSNBC.
The top stories are just seconds away.
Exclusive political channels and hosts with Megyn Kelly and Triumph.
What a week it's been.
And on Patriot Progress and POTUS. This issue being as hot as it is on the minds of so many voters. Call in and have your voice heard.
You are the only media source that I ever recommend.
Sirius XM News and Politics, starting at channel 111 and on the Sirius XM app.
Have you had a high five moment today? High Five Casino is a social casino where you can win real cash prizes from a giant selection of the hottest games. It's always free to play with hundreds of exclusive games, live dealer play, community leaderboards, plus free coins every 4 hours and new games every week. Sign up today for a free welcome offer that can get you spinning and winning right away. Only at highfivecasino.com. High Five Casino is a social casino. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. Must be 21 years or older. Terms and conditions apply.
Regulated activities performed by a licensed affiliate.
I had no idea I could sell my life insurance policy.
Norman and Nancy Dugan for Coventry Direct.
We were about to let Norman's policy lapse because premiums have become expensive. Our kids are doing well on their own, so we just don't need it anymore.
Then Nancy called Coventry.
They were so helpful, answering all of our questions.
If you're over 65 and have $100,000 or more of life insurance, you may qualify.
After this past year, we're celebrating life. We booked
Harper as Seattle Sleuth Harry Nile. For a limited time, you can get Radio Spirit's 8-CD set, The Adventures of Harry Nile, The Hour